All right, everyone. Well, and it's been just over a fortnight since I've been down here. The 17th, because that was when I sowed the Ailsae for up home, the Ailsae up down here. What else did I sow? John sowed the exhibition onions for Jamie and Rachel and Eric. And I also sowed some Germinat seeds, which I got sent from Pete, and also some I got up a friend of mine, Davey. So as I say, I haven't been down since then. So let's have a look. See if anything's happened, or if I did, or if nothing's happened. If you remember, I did have these inside the 3 propagators just to keep the cold off. There's 1, there's 2, there's the propagator there, 3, and I cannot see, so let's have a look. What have I got? What's this? Joe Atherton, Davy Dixon, Joe Atherton, Davy Dixon, Joe Atherton, Pete Trenouth, Joe Atherton, Pete Trenouth. So I've got no germination on that one, or that one, or that one. There's one just starting to come through there now. Then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in this cell. I didn't realise I'd planted so many. 1, 2, 3, 4 in that cell. So there's 8 anyway up to now from the Davy Dixon ones I got. This one, the Pete's, there's 3 in that one, 3 in that one, 1 coming through in this one, there's 2 in here, 1 is nice and tall, there's 2 coming through in that one, and 1 coming through there. So, you know, fair enough. And yeah, the only problem I'm having, I can see, is I'm going to have to put the bigger lid on, but not the small ones. Now, the Ailsae, which is for the challenge, I'm going to have to move this because there's a 1 growing behind the cord. If you remember, I put the cord in Ailsae cold. I'll stick in a different one just so you can see. So I've got 1, 2, 3 there, and that one's getting its first true leaf coming on. And I've got 1 here, which is getting its first true leaf coming on. No germination there, none there, none there, none there, none in there, there, or there. There is germination obviously on this one here, and that's also got its first true leaf. So I don't think these are doing too bad. As I say, the only problem is I won't be able to put these on top now, because otherwise it's just going to flatten the seedling. So I'll put that one over, which, yes, there's plenty headroom for that, at least another inch and a half easily. And then I'll put that one over, and the vents on these, I've just opened them very, very slightly, and I'll put that one back there and leave it. Hey! So that's my Ailsae cold up to now. It's a bit hard to get these in focus for you to actually see. But that's the Joe Atherton from Pete. And these are the Joe Athertons that I got off Davy. So I've just added this in, and here are the Ailsae, the cold ones. So but they are doing okay now. You might see perlite and some vermiculite there. I was up the local garden centre. Well, it's not a local garden centre to me, it's about 7 miles away. It's another allotment site actually, Shield Row up in Stanley, where a friend of mine's got a plot, Jamie. I believe Jamie's actually the letting officer on that committee, but their shop is fantastic. I do believe that Debbie and Davey from Life is Content, they use crikey, I forgot the name. Shield Row, sorry. They use it. Steve from Steve's Allotment Garden Northeast, Steve uses it, as does Eric and Rachel from our Northeast allotments, as well as probably plenty other people. So I'm going to have a warm in front of the fire, have a pasty or a pie. I've got both, so I'll have whichever. Then I'll go home and I'll let you see what's going on with the other seedlings that we'll put on heat. Okay, so I'll pause this just for now and we'll just have a little chat about something in a minute. So, as I said, we chat about something different. Just to kill a minute or two. The temperature, the lowest it was 3 degrees. I believe the last time I was here, the lowest temperature was -2. So 3 degrees, which still cold. Cold enough to kill seedlings anyway. So trebling up the propagator seems to have helped. I am going to have to make another frame that's covered in bubble wrap, same as I did last year. Realistically, I should have done that tomorrow, but I won't be here tomorrow, so it'll have to be Sunday. Reason I'm not here tomorrow is my daughter and her partner, when they were up last time, we had said closer to the Christmas we'll meet up somewhere, have something to eat and exchange Christmas presents, etc. Great. And then Aunt, my daughter's partner, said, oh, what about Murgatroyds? And I went, Murgatroyds? What's Murgatroyds? It's like a big fish and chip restaurant, but you can get takeaways from it apparently. And it's in Leeds. He says we could meet up there and have something to eat. I went, yeah. He went, you would never be able to eat the fish. He says they're absolutely huge. Well, I like fish. I like cod. I like haddock. So I went, right, well, we'll do that. So I'm going there tomorrow. I spoke to them on the phone last night and they said, how long will it take you to get there? I went, well, probably anywhere between, say, an hour and a half, 2 hours. I says, it's about 90 miles away. My daughter says, oh, she says, I thought it was like sort of halfway between Manchester and Gateshead. No. So I think they've got roughly about 50 mile or 50 odd mile to travel, where we have got, I think it's 90 or 92 miles. I say we, it's me and my brother going down. So it's a long way to go for fish and chips, but if it's as nice as what Aunt and Cheryl say, awesome. So I am looking forward to that. So I believe I'm picking my brother up at 9:45 tomorrow morning, and we'll take us just a slow drive down. We've arranged to meet them between 12 and past. So we'll do that. So that's why I can't come down and do the frame tomorrow. So I'll do it on Sunday. I watched Jenny from the plot, and she built a cheap little greenhouse up. She demolished the one what she did have because it was falling to bits, and she put a new one up. And I commented on it saying I've just bought a one. Now, the one I've bought is an out sunny. Now, before people start saying out sunny's rubbish, this and that, I wholeheartedly agree. But there's a reason why. It was cheap. It's not going to be outside in any of the weathers. As you will know if you've watched my previous videos for sowing the seeds and showing you the grow boxes, or if you watched them from last year, you'll realise I haven't got a lot of space. I've got two small grow boxes that I made with heat mats and lights. It won't take long, once my onions start to grow, it won't take long where they will outgrow because of the amount I've got. So I will be pulling some seedlings out, the weak ones, get rid of them. And I had originally only planned on doing about 8 onions. It's double that and maybe a bit more now. So what I'll do, I'll keep what I think are the best ones, and the other ones I'll bring down here. Now this is where the out sunny comes into it. It's still going to be cold. So through there, in my tomato room, I'm going to put the out sunny greenhouse up in the tomato room. I'll put the onions in there. So it's giving them a better chance because they're actually covered. Chances are I'll probably put bubble wrap over that out sunny one as well. Like I say, it's only to protect the onions. Nothing more, nothing less. Once the onions are okay and the weather changes, the out sunny greenhouse, it'll be getting taken down, put in its box and put away again until next year. So that's that. And I believe on Sunday I'm going to fumigate in the greenhouse here. I've got some sulphur candles, so I'll tape the garlic and that I'll put through into the tomato room. I'll close the door, I'll tape it up, I'll set the candles off, I'll close this door here and I'll tape the gaps all around that, and that'll give that a good fumigating, get rid of any insects etc that I didn't want. Hopefully if there's any little mice it'll get shot of them and all. No, and that's not nice, but better them than whatever I'm growing, because they're just little pests. And now they've got a life to live, they've got families to feed just like human beings. But you know, if the roles were reversed, picture us back in prehistoric days, a dinosaur wouldn't think twice of biting more heat off. So, say that. Anyhow, I'm gonna pause this video here until I get back up home, and then I'll show you the rest of the onions that's on heat. Some's off heat now and they're just on the light, some are still on heat, so I'll show you them when we get back up home. So hang around just for a minute or two. Right, so I'm actually up home now. As you can see, that tray there is my Ailsae on heat AH, and they're doing well. I have got a fan on. In fact, I'll put on double speed so you can hear it. These are Eric and Rachel's, be John Soulsby exhibitions. One in there, 1, 2, 3, 4 in that one, all standing up lovely. One coming through there, nothing in that one. There's one there with its first true leaf, and nothing in the middle. This is Jamie's, which is the same onions, John Soulsby exhibition. There's one there. There's nothing in the one behind that yet, or the one behind it. This one in the back corner, there is one. This one next to it, there's 2, and 1 starting to come through, there's 3. And this first one, there's 1, 2, and another one just starting to come up. I'll pull it out. Right there, so that one's still got 3. So, that's me Ailsae on heat. For anybody else, those 2 trays there I sowed last Tuesday, and they are more Ailsae. And I can see there's a couple just starting to come through. You can see that one there. So they haven't done bad. That's my Joe Atherton's from Davy Dixon. I've got one there, a little one here. I've got them there, 2. There's 2 coming through in the back, and there's 1 coming through there. And these are me Joe Atherton from Peatranouth. I've got 1 coming through. Oh, sorry, 2. There is 1. Just, I don't even know if the camera will pick it up, but I'll try and pinpoint it here. Just there. That's 2. 1 there, 3. And 1 there, 4. They are still on heat. These ones up here, the mat, as you can see, turned off. These are on lights 24/7. Water, the famous Timu watering can, spray, all in there, so they're all kept at the same temperature. Pretty much just the same down there. Obviously with the heat mats on, this grow box will be warmer, so the water in there is the same. So I'll end this video here. You have seen the Ailsae on heat for Pete's challenge, and you've seen them down at the allotment in the cold. So that's me done for now. Cheers everyone. Bye bye.